Hello and welcome to Community Cooking. I'm your host Daryl Mishlock and welcome you all out there in TV land. And guess what? It's not me by myself this week. I do have a guest. We're going to have lots of fun. We're going to make something very hearty and warming for those, say, cooler nights. Or if you're entertaining, it's a quick and easy dish. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Safeway, for getting all the produce and products we need for each and every week's show. And thank you, the viewers, for being with us. So we're going to come back in just 2 minutes' time and get going and introduce you to our guest. Hello, and we're back to Community Cooking. My guest tonight is Justine Shattuck-Parson. How are you doing?
I'm good, and how are you today?
I'm very good.
That's good.
Now, you wonder why Justine's on the show? Well, you tell us why you're on the show.
Well, I'm in St. Thomas Aquinas' cooking college course right now, and I'm here to do a soup.
A soup?
A soup.
Now, you've done the soup?
Yes.
Okay.
About twice now.
Part of the course?
Yes, actually.
Oh, right on.
We put on a buffet for a whole bunch of the teachers for a council, and we did this plus bacon and potato soup as well.
Okay. So the course, the stuff you put on for teachers, that little gratis? Bump the marks a little? You know?
Yes.
Okay.
The more time you put into it and out of school time, bonus marks.
All right. That's good to hear.
It is.
Okay. Now, like we do in each and every week, let's talk about the ingredients. You talk about the ingredients. Tell us
Okay.
what we're going to have in
All
this.
right. We're going to start off with some butter.
Okay.
You've got an onion.
Yeah.
Half and half cream.
Okay.
You've got shiitake mushrooms and portobello, or white ones.
Portobello.
Portobello, white.
And these were to be shiitake, but they didn't have them. So these are called
Just as good.
just white mushrooms.
white
I think, or white
mushrooms?
stuffed mushrooms or something like that.
I think they'll work just
Okay.
fine. And of course, we have chicken broth and flour, and cinnamon for a little more flavor. at the
Okay.
end.
See, I found that unusual when I was reading that.
Cinnamon,
You know,
eh?
cinnamon. And that's good. I like different stuff. It's always fun. Now, what we need for, you know what? We don't need a lot for utensils. We need a pot on the stove.
Pot,
And we need some knives,
knife,
some measuring instruments, and then we get started.
knife.
Okay? So what should we do first?
Let's chop our mushrooms.
Okay, chop the
Since-
mushrooms. Now I got a bowl up here.
A bowl.
Well, we can put our mushrooms into once we chop them.
Okay. We only need a cup of each.
Okay.
So.
Now, how many does this dish feed?
This one serves about 4 if you do it correctly.
Okay. Now, look at that.
This is
Oh, is she good at the cutting? Okay, teach me this.
okay. The trick is you always keep the point of the blade down.
Okay.
So like you're not going like this and you
Right.
don't slice, right? So
Okay.
it's like a rocking motion. There you go.
Oh.
You get better at it with time.
Yeah, well, I'm
Took
pretty
me
bad at it
forever.
right
When I
now.
first started, I was like,
So you keep the blade down, and you don't have to keep your finger there, though.
oh no,
Oh, so it's like like in a sawmill almost.
pretty much.
I mean, I lifted the blade. I guess I shouldn't have, but I guess depends how thick you're cutting, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you're very good at that.
Just for a little safety, your fingers kind of stay like
Okay.
that with your knuckles, because if you go
Okay.
against it, it can't cut your fingers.
And you know, everybody out there knows I'm always safe on my show.
Exactly, because we all know it.
Wow, that's neat. You're very good. How long have you taken the course?
This is my first year taking it, but
Okay.
I've been cooking at Casey's for well, I've been cooking in the kitchen for probably almost a year, but I've
Okay.
been there altogether about 3.
Wow.
This August, actually.
Right on.
Not bad for a first job.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
And you're like really young still. You've been working since when you were what? 14?
15?
Wow.
Yeah, I started as a hostess, so
Okay.
it's not too bad.
But you like the behind the scenes more?
I do, but I miss the front sometimes, but it's
Okay.
still fun.
Now, is that too big what I've done here? Should they be finer?
I just want to chop them, just small.
Sure,
It's
okay.
their bite size, so.
Okay. All right. These are nice looking. Now, I've never used the portobello mushrooms. Do they have a different taste?
Actually, we just used the white ones in our class because our teacher couldn't find them.
Okay.
So we just used regular mushrooms. It turned out fine.
Yeah. But I always encourage all my viewers, try something different. If you
yeah.
see something different at the store, try it, buy it. There was oyster mushrooms. I was going to buy those to try
Ooh,
that.
that would've been
but I
fun.
thought, I don't know, I better not. So I went with the stuff I knew.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's so many different things down there.
That's how it goes. So the cinnamon adds a really nice flavor to it.
Okay.
Just a little
All right. There we have that.
slice and dice.
Slice and dice and julienne, and look at that shine.
Woohoo!
It's the old K-Tel commercials. That's way before your time.
Way before my time.
Oh, way.
Just way back in the day.
It was. Okay, so there we have that.
All right.
So now, Do we just throw these right in the pot? Do we get our?
First we have to cut the butter.
Oh yes, butter. So quarter cup, right?
Yeah.
So right on that line.
Yes.
Okay, I can do that.
Slice it up. We'll stick the pot to medium.
Now I love butter. Butter is one of my favorite ingredients in pretty much anything I cook because the taste.
Cooking is butter. It's a very good flavor additive. Same with onions. If
Yes.
you use that.
And see, there's a weird thing. I hate onions.
Do you?
But I love the flavor of onions in the cooking. It's the texture of the onion in my mouth that I don't like big pieces of onion.
That's why we are dicing.
Okay.
Dice. So we need a cup of each. So if
Cup
you
of
want
each
to
of
grab,
this? Okay, let's see what we have here. That's pretty good guessing on our part, I'm thinking.
Good pie. One.
And we'll do yours. See how you were?
We'll find out.
Yes. Talk about a couple of pros or what, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Hoo-ah.
Yeehaw.
There we go. So we'll put that there.
Perfect.
Now, you need to dice the onion.
Yes, we only need half.
Okay.
So, slice it. Now, would you like to do the dicing?
No, I'll let you do that one. Because I'm not good around onions, and
I'm
let's
not
see
either.
how you are with
I tend to cry.
Uh-oh.
It's bad. It's not my fault, though.
No,
They hurt the eyes.
it's true. Now, I hear that you should cut an onion from one side or the other side. Does it matter?
There's a whole bunch of different ways to get rid of it. What I find best is that you cut it, you peel it, and then you let it sit in cold water for about 5 minutes or
Okay.
so.
Yeah, I've done that before, too, that one. Or you stick it in the fridge for half an hour.
Oh, really?
Before you use it.
There's a whole bunch of ways. People
And
are
it's
like, eat
cool.
bread, light a candle.
Someone was telling me, well, the end that this is on, if you cut that first, then the juices flow the other way. Or
I hate cutting onions at work. If you use like the slicer, the onion juice like sprays up your eyes sometimes. See, and it just burns, and you smell, and then you rub your eyes, but you have onion on your
Then you
eyes,
forget,
so you
yes.
get even more.
Yes. Yeah, I'm really bad that way. I'll be doing something and it spices, then your eye will itch and you go, okay, don't rub it, don't rub it, don't. Oh, geez, I rubbed it. Yeah.
It's just not very
The
good.
worst thing you want to ever do is do jalapenos, and then touch your
I'm
eye
not
or
a very
something.
spicy person.
Oh, is that right? Ah,
I'll try anything, but if it's really hot, I'll only try it once.
okay.
It's kind of my thing.
Now this course that you're taking at TA,
Yes.
now it's good for a high school credit,
Yes.
but it also may be good for a college credit eventually?
Yes. They're
Okay.
planning on it,
Right on.
but it's affecting my eyes. It burns.
She's tearing up on us. I hit the sore point.
Exactly. As of right now, I believe we should be getting a college credit. That's what we were told at the beginning. They're
Okay.
still working on it, but
Yeah.
they're not for sure. I am hoping it does come into effect because that would help me out.
Now, where do you take this? Because I know TA doesn't have a big cooking lab, right?
No, we go to the community college
Okay.
to use their facilities.
All right.
How's our butter doing?
Butter's doing great. Sizzling like mad.
Is it all melted?
It's melted.
Perfect. Now what we want to do, we're going to take our mushrooms.
Okay,
We're going to pour them in.
I can do that.
Come on in.
Okay, so pour our mushrooms in.
Yeah. And then we'll take our spoon. Perfect.
Okay.
And stir it around. Now the trick to knowing when mushrooms are done is when they're softer
Okay.
and they look like they change color. They look
Oh,
they
all
kind of
right.
look like they're wet. Like
Okay.
you put them in water.
all right.
Let them
I
sink.
understand.
Doesn't take very long.
No, mushrooms and onions really aren't you don't need to cook them long, really.
No, not at all. Just let them cook.
Especially in butter. Oh,
Such a good flavor.
yes.
Now
So-
we'll let those sit.
Now, your course, is it a full year course? Or semesters, I guess, right?
Semesters, yeah,
Okay.
it's a full semester.
Okay.
So.
And
it's
then
not too bad.
is it just one? Can you take it twice? Is there
You can
like
take it as many
second
times as you
levels?
want,
or-
I think.
But you only get the one credit, right?
Yes. They might be working it out so next year they'll have a grade 12 one as well.
Ooh.
So I might come back because I'm still in Kenora at the time.
Okay.
So if they have that, I might come back and do it. 'Cause
Okay.
it'll still work out.
So where are you going? It sounds like you're moving off somewhere.
Soon, I'm doing an apprenticeship at Casey's right now.
Okay.
So I'm going off to Kingston, hopefully, in 2007.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, it's not too
That's very neat.
bad. Yeah.
Huh. And it's such a neat thing that the schools now really get involved in other ways of educating.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, people aren't all academics. I
No.
mean,
We all learn different ways.
exactly. And the world isn't made up of only office business people.
No.
You know, I think Dr. Craig, the director of education, the other night at the drama awards,
Yes.
was talking about the fact that 80% of all jobs, you need some artistic ability, either drama or arts or whatever, to really succeed out there. So I'm glad the high schools are really getting into it.
It's getting better.
Yeah, TA's got a good drama arts program.
Pretty
I think.
well rounded.
Yeah.
So it's getting more into like the dancing area because people are like, oh, breakdancing. It's kind of cool to watch.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
They have a good time. They look like they have a hoot doing it.
It is fun.
Yeah, great.
It's fun to watch. Now, as our mushrooms are cooking, what
Okay.
we have to do now is we're going to take our 2 tablespoons of flour. Now, the trick with getting the right amount is to use the back end of a knife.
Okay. Okay,
go
so
right
you,
over.
you level it off and then
Yeah.
you put it in. Okay.
Put the flour in, go back, cover it
Okay.
up. That, and
One.
want to do the next one, Jack?
Sure. Okay. You know what? I'm going to move it here so Chris can see that I'm doing this correctly. Because a lot of times people say, Daryl, you never do it right on the show. Because that's just the way I am. But how's that? I did that correct, right? It's
You
nice
did
and
it
level.
perfectly.
See? Did it good. Okay, so we'll put that in there.
Pour in. Perfect.
Okay. Now what do we need?
Stir all together. I believe we add
Okay. Oh, we need the onions in, don't we?
yes.
Shallots. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so those go in.
How much?
It just says half a small
Alright,
onion.
well,
So
we cut half an onion.
Yeah.
So we'll throw half an onion in.
there we go.
Perfect.
A bunch of little pieces here. Let's get those in. Shiitake mushroom, or portobello, I should say. Portobello, love that name.
Mystery mushrooms. We'll just say that. There's just a collection.
Okay. That was just grit. That's all, helps. Okay,
There.
so now that's smoothed out.
Yeah, if you notice the mushrooms look a little mushy now, right?
Yeah.
See how they're softer?
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Gotcha. All
That
right.
means they're done.
Okay. So says now mix in the flour till smooth, and it is. So we have to gradually stir in the chicken broth.
Yes.
Now it's 14.5 ounces.
Yes.
That's what they're asking for. So
Got 8 here.
8 there. So we'll put in 8 because it's gradually stirred in. There's the 8, right?
No, a little higher.
Oh,
You're supposed to get down with eye level with it. A little more. There you go.
I have a pro on the show today. I like this.
You like it?
Picking up some new hints here because I kind of just splash stuff in,
Hey, that always works. That's how you experiment.
Okay.
So mix it in. Bubble, bubble.
Now you could make your own broth, I guess, if you wanted to get really down to basics.
Oh, yeah.
So. But it's so much easier when you can buy just the can of it at the store.
That's what everybody does.
That's right.
That's what you do. So it doesn't work. It works out pretty good for it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll measure you out another one. I'm gonna get down to eye level. Get this, Chris. Watch me do this. Eye level. Get right down here. There we go. Now we'll pour it in. Right up to the, oh, not quite even.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So, okay, now, sorry, how much did they want?
14.
They own 14, so we're over.
We'll just stop at 6.
Okay, so pour some out, put it in. I'll check it. Oh, it could go down just a little bit more.
Yeah.
There we go. 2.
Perfect.
Perfect.
There. So we'll let that bubble,
Okay,
and then
so now that needs to bubble up,
needs to bubble.
and then we're going to add.
Our half and half.
Okay, so gradually stir in the chicken, stir cooking 5 minutes or until thick and bubbly. And then, okay, so you know what? We're going to take a break right now,
Okay.
and we'll come back. It'll be time to stir in the half and half,
Half and half.
and then we'll have a chance to clean up our area here first.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, community cooking, and we'll be back in. And now we need to add some cream. And I've learned today in the show to get down to eye level. So I'm exact in my measurements. You're a good influence on me, Justine. A lot of people will tell you that after. Just hold it on to it.
There you go.
Okay, so 1 cup of half and half light cream now goes into this because it's bubbly and creamy.
Bubbly and creamy.
And then we pour that in, and then we have to keep stirring, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there we have it.
There
So
it
it's to Stir in the half and half and season with salt and pepper.
So a little pinch of both.
Okay, so a grind.
Perfect.
Good. Okay, that's sea salt we use here. And this is a peppercorn melody.
Sounds good to me.
2, 3, 4.
Perfect.
Okay. The cinnamon, when does that come?
The end.
Okay, all right. At the end, at the end.
At the very end, right before you serve it, we'll throw in some cinnamon
Okay.
and a little kick.
Now, you were telling us earlier that you're going to go away to Casey School,
Yes.
right, for because apprentice.
Yes.
But the one thing you didn't say when we were on before, you're like the first one.
I am the first, yeah.
Wow, that's exciting.
Wasn't too bad.
So, how many in the first class? Do you know?
Well, it's not really a class. It's more of
Okay.
an individual thing. I'm the first one that Casey's ever signed up for.
Wow.
So we're both kind of learning about the program together.
Okay. Well, that's very neat. So they invest in you, and you invest in them, kind of
Pretty
thing.
much.
Right on. Now, Casey's a fairly large chain.
Yeah,
they
the
have
Prime
Casey's,
Industries.
and they have
Eastside Mario.
Eastside Mario's, Bada Bing, Bada Bong. Hey, everybody knows that one.
Exactly.
So, and they're right around Canada and the world too, aren't they?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So that's neat. You can-
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm pretty sure I could, if I asked, I could probably get a job anywhere. Or well recommended.
Okay. Now you graduate high school this year,
Yes.
and tell us what you asked for your grad supper.
Steak and crab.
And guess who's going to cook it?
Me. Because I want to.
This is awesome.
I don't know. I was like, I have to cook it. I want to cook it.
So have you been passionate about cooking forever?
Since I was like, really tiny.
Okay.
There's not much of a difference now, but I was smaller at the time. So I've always like baked cookies with my mom and then tried doing it on my own. First batch of cookies were horrible. They looked great, but I added too much baking soda by accident instead of
Okay.
baking powder. So they tasted really bad.
Yes.
But they look nice.
Okay. Well, that's neat. I mean, that's encouraging to me because my son loves cooking.
Mm-hmm.
He's in grade 7 this year.
Yes.
He's already done cakes. He's
Mm-hmm.
taking cakes to work, brought them here. He wants to experiment with stuff, so it's really neat.
That's good.
And he's in TA Annex, so we can
Is
move to the
he?
big TA and then
Yeah, they
take
have
the
a
course.
They have a grade through 7 and 8. You go through the little
Yeah.
home ec room, and
Yeah.
then probably around grade 10, maybe he can get into the cooking class.
Right on.
If they still have it, which I assume they will.
I think they will. It's a good investment. I mean, you guys are turning out pretty good.
Yeah, I did a petition for that class.
Okay.
Because I really wanted something, and they're like,
for
"Well, I
you.
don't think there'll be enough people." I got over the amount of people.
Right on.
So
That's dedication. I love to see that. That's awesome.
yeah.
So you're going to be going to, maybe you'll take another half or semester if they offer it for grade 12, and then you're off to Casey's in 2007. Casey Cooking School.
Off to Kingston.
Wow, Kingston, nice place to go.
Yes. Mom was like, "Why is it so far?" I'm like, "Because I need to go far."
Yes, I need to go away for.
I'm
a while.
only away for 3 months, so it's not even that
That's
bad.
not bad.
No, it's all work. So that's what you do. You're cooking underneath a chef or
Okay.
the most certified person they have, and then you
Right.
go off to school, and then they define what you've learned, kind of, and they go over a lot of theories and knife holding and handling and whatnot.
Wow.
It's basically 3 years all combined into like 2.
So when you come back in June-ish of 2007, come to another show with us?
Yes,
Right on.
I'm up for that.
Great stuff.
It'll be fun.
So where are we now with our soup?
Almost done.
Okay.
Notice how the cream kind of changed the color.
Yeah, it does. It does. Now, do you render down right now? Is that what you're doing a little to thicken it, or?
Yeah, you kind of slow it down.
Okay.
This thickens, gets nice and creamy.
Yes, it looks good. Smells wonderful. Oh, I love cream soups, especially good cream soups. You know, like, I mean, you can get bad cream soups, you know, and then you get really good cream soups. And I find, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but in Canada, you don't really find really good cream soups. I don't know what it is, but you go to the States,
They've
and
got
cream soups are like, and it tastes so great. You know, not good with the cholesterol or anything like that.
No, but they're good anyway.
Yeah, but hey, you know, if you're on low carb, the cream soups are fine because
Exactly.
nothing but fat, but that's good. That's good
How
for
we
you.
do. All right, we can probably add our cinnamon now, so
Okay.
it kind of cooks in.
Now, when you say a pinch,
Well, it depends how much you want for flavor.
okay,
So
what do
we
you
just-
like to do?
I do a couple, just enough to lightly cover the top. Just
Okay,
like
so
little-
you go ahead and show us what you mean by that.
Okay. You just kind of, well, you really have to like cinnamon,
Okay,
so I would probably do about that.
but that's interesting to add that. We did a dish the other day where somebody added sugar at the end, and I thought that was very strange.
Sugar?
But it made such a great taste to it. It was cheese fritters, actually.
Really?
Deep fried cheese fritters, but you added sugar, and it added just something to it that was amazing.
Really?
So it's just that experimenting again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we have some lovely bowls. I suppose.
Lovely.
That. Is it there?
I'll say so.
Okay.
Looks good to me. I'd eat it. I'd eat anything.
And I mean, well, but hey, you know, chefs are pretty picky what they eat. Like I know I am. I don't like mediocre anymore. It's got to taste pretty darn.
It's got to be good.
It's got to be good, exactly. Okay, well, let's lift some up here, and we'll put it onto the counter so we can see it. I don't want to burn you. I'll hold that.
Okay.
I've been a little klutzy, or known to be. Oh, and I got some croutons too. You said there should have some croutons.
Just throw a few on top.
So, on top, okay. So there's a piece of paper here. All right, I'll give you that one.
Switch ya.
And we'll take it over to the counter and let the camera have a really good look at this wonderful soup. And we'll turn it off. Leave that, no, don't want to leave that in because you don't want the taste of the metal going into your food. Okay, so croutons.
Croutons. Scissors? Or do they rip?
Rip. Rip it.
Ah! I ripped. My
Okay.
ripping.
The croutons don't want to help us here. Fine. You know what? I lost my scissors again.
Did you?
So if anybody out there wants to buy Daryl's scissors, I lost another pair.
Be well
I had that
appreciated.
pair. Yeah, I will. Okay, so we'll drop
Some few croutons in. Perfect.
that. I like that. Now let's do a taster.
Okay.
And in here we have the spoons.
Spoon.
So give me that one.
Spoon.
I'll take that one there. Now let's try it out.
Okay.
Oh man,
Isn't that good,
you
eh?
make good soup.
It's not bad.
That's great soup. And look at, once again, another recipe. Start to finish, we're done in like 35 minutes.
Woohoo!
40 minutes. That's
Fantastic.
awesome. You can serve great soup to your friends, family, wherever you want. Let's go over the recipe one more time.
Okay.
1/4 cup of butter, 1 cup of chopped shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake. 1 cup of chopped portobello mushrooms or white mushrooms, whatever you can get. Half a small onion chopped, and I don't mind the onion in there, gotta tell you.
Well, adds flavor.
2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 14.5 ounces of chicken broth, 1 cup of half and half, salt and pepper to taste, and a pinch of ground cinnamon, which I can just, in the background, just taste. We melt the butter in a large saucepan over medium-high heat. Saute the mushrooms and the onions for about 5 minutes or until soft. Mix in the flour until smooth. Gradually stir in the broth, cooking about 5 minutes or until thick and bubbly. And then you stir in the half and half. Season with salt and pepper and sprinkle with cinnamon. Heat thoroughly, but do not boil. Garnish with fresh croutons, and there you have it.
Ta-da!
Justine, thank you for being with us.
Well, thank you for letting me come on here.
And thanks for telling us about the course at TA.
No problem. I'm here to inform.
That's community cooking for this week. Thank you for being with us. Hope you've enjoyed everything here. Thank our sponsor, Safeway, for getting all the produce and products we need for each and every show. Thank Justine for coming down. And thank you for watching. That's community cooking for this week. And we'll see you in the kitchen. Now we can have lunch.
Excellent. I'm hungry.